Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon. So, in this session, we'll be solving the weekly and big wave problems. Okay. We have already solved some of the weekly and big wave problems in the last session. We'll solve for the remaining. Okay. I think we have solved
1 to 4. 1 to 4 we have solved.
I think we have solved 1 to 5.
No, sir. 4.
4, sir.
4, sir. 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 to 4.
We'll solve for the remaining.
In many cases, hello.
Let me share my screen. I hope all of you have gone through the content.
Yes, sir. Yes. Hello, your voice is breaking, sir.
Yeah, can you repeat?
Your voice is breaking, sir.
Is my voice breaking? Is my voice break for everyone or?
It had lost in between, not breaking in the sense like I don't know
Okay.
whether it is speaking or not.
Okay. I'll try to be a bit louder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So try to solve for this PPA file. Okay. We have total of 8 more problems to be solved. Okay. So we can take like nearly 15 minutes to solve for each problem. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so try to solve for this. So you can take like 5 minutes to solve for this, and after that we'll discuss solution. Okay. If you already completed the problem, or once you have completed the problem, please raise your hand. If you have any doubts, you can ask.
Sir, can I ask a doubt, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, I don't know, in week 9, I'm facing little more problem to solve these PPAs. Or initially, I found that I understood the concept, but when I try to do the PPA, that I'm facing an issue.
Have you attended the last session? Hello, have you attended the last session?
Hello.
Yeah, others mute yourself. Have you attended the last session?
No, sir. Last session I missed, sir.
Okay. So the file handling, right? If you've gone through the lectures, okay, it's like all we do is like the first thing we do is like we read the files. Okay, we read the files, and then like if required, we'll try to write the data to the files also. Okay, that's all we do. Like all you need to think of is like how to read the files, and then like how to process the data in the files. Okay, that's the one thing you need to look at. Once you have read the files, once you have read the file, after that it's only like the handling the data within it. Okay, after that it is nothing related to file handling. It is related to the previous concept which you are on. Okay, so the only part where it requires a file handling is only the reading part and the processing part. Okay, the processing part anyway, anyway that is like the string processing and all, right? Yeah, we will discuss that. We'll discuss that in bit, okay? While you are solving for the remaining problems, okay? Do not worry about it. If you understood the until week 8, the week 9 content should be doable, okay?
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
I'm sharing my coding for PPA 2. I know you have solved this problem, but I'm not. I don't know what is wrong in my code. I'm just sharing in the chat box, sir.
Okay. Okay, I can share.
Yes, I pasted it, sir. Can you take it and guide me what mistake I am committing?
Okay, so define read line. I think you're printing n plus 1th line or like n minus 1th line. Okay, so
I know if you refer questions, sir, then yeah, it is written that
basically we need to be printing the nth line, right?
nth line, right? So I'm taking as when it is I is less than equal to n.
Yeah.
You can copy paste my code, yes, sir.
This is your code, right?
Just a second, sir. Yes, this is my code, sir. Yes.
Right. So line code chapter relents. File code shown if length of lines is less than n. Return none. Okay, that is okay. Else while I is less than or equals to n, is equals to f dot read line. I plus equals to 1 return s dot string. Okay. Let's try to run this.
No, only one public test case is passing, and only 2 private test cases are passing.
You're only able to pass it condition for
Where n is not available, where nth line is not available, then it is perfect. Then it is okay.
what we can do is something like this. Okay, so I just initialize it to some dummy value, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I think the problem could be
Hello.
yeah. See, the problem is you remove this line.
No, then how come I will get length of lines?
Can I repeat?
How
See,
if I remove that line, how will I get length of lines?
Yeah. I get it. So stop doing this. For line in lines, if I equals to n, return the line, else I plus equals to 1. Yeah, now we are able to work.
So what was wrong in that case, sir?
Huh?
What is wrong in that code?
Yeah, the thing is, what happened was when you did this f dot read lines, right?
Right.
It reads all the lines. Okay. After that, after that, when you're trying to read another line, it will give an empty string. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There won't be any more lines to be read.
Okay. Okay. And sir, regarding this read, then read line, and then read lines, right? There are three functions, right?
What? Read line, huh?
Read line, and read lines. There are three methods, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think read is for character. Okay.
Read is like it just reads away and then like gives the output as like entire string. The entire value that be given as a string. Yeah.
And if I pass some number in the parenthesis, then it reads only those characters. Say, for example, if I pass read 3, then it will read only first 3 characters, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Can you repeat it?
If I pass some number in the parenthesis, then it will read only those number of characters. Say, for example, if I pass read 3, it means it will read only first 3 characters, right?
That part I'm not entirely sure. But then if you do not pass any arguments, it
Okay,
will read
sir.
away the entire data.
Okay.
Sir, read will be get entire data, na sir? Means
Yeah.
whole format.
Sir, then what is the difference between read line and read lines? What is the difference?
So
Read line only the
does-
first line.
See, the read
Okay,
lines
read-
is a list, okay? The read lines is a list and it contains each line as an element, okay? Each line as an element, okay? That is what
Okay.
read lines does. Read lines is a list where each element of the list is a line, okay? Read line reads only that particular line, okay? Let's say like we are at the fifth line, okay? Now the read line reads that particular line, okay? The read line reads that particular line, and if you call again read line, then it will go to sixth line. After that,
So
seventh line, and so on.
that also gives list, huh? That also returns list.
No, that won't give list. That will be only string. That gives string.
That gives a string.
But it gives only a line. Okay. It is kind of like a pointer which is pointing it to the line. Okay. Initially it will be the first line. After that, second line, third line, and so on until the end.
Okay. And read lines return list, right?
Read lines gives a string. Gives the list of each list of lines. Read line, it only reads a specific line, okay?
Okay.
And then the read what it does is it reads the entire data as a string, the entire string itself. Let's say like, okay, we have let's say like this is the file, okay?
Okay.
Let's assume that this is a file, and the first line is 2, first line is 1, second line is 2, third line is 3, okay? What does what does the this read gives is it gives this entire data as a string. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 as a string. The entire data will be given as a string. It won't be given
So
as a list.
The output is a string, right?
Yeah. The output is string. It gives the entire data of the file as a string.
Okay. And sir, then related to this strip, right?
What?
Strip method, strip, strip method.
Okay. The strip method, what it does is
when to use it, sir? Because professor has also not talked about strip in all 6 videos. While solving the PPA, you have used that function.
It
strip.
is in string method. It is present in string method, I guess.
Yes, it is there. Right. It is there. Correct.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
where to use? Where to
I'll
use?
explain. So what happens is each time you read a line, right? So the way it appears is when you read this data as a string now, it appears as 1/n, 2/n, 3/n, right? This is how it appears. Okay. And then like when you're trying to read the first line now, it appears as 1/n. So suppose like when you call for f dot read line, right? F dot read line initially will give 1/n. Okay. But we do not want this /n to be there, right? In the line. We just want to have only those characters without the /n and spaces. Okay. For that, when you apply strip to this, when you apply strip to this, it gives just the one by removing the slash and all. Is it clear what I'm talking about?
Yes. So
The strip it removes the slash in and the extra spaces that are there at the end or at the beginning of the string. Okay.
Okay. So can I use strip with readline like f dot readline dot strip? Can I use like that?
Yeah, you can use like that also. If you're using like that,
Sir,
then
I have
you
a doubt.
have, huh?
Sir, in strip, we don't have to pass any parameter like space, or it will be empty. Then it will got those n and the space.
For the strip,
Yes, means
yeah,
we don't
strip,
have to.
strip actually accepts the parameter, but in our case we need not pass the any input parameter to that. Okay, because by
It is the
default,
default one. Like
yeah.
I'm asking, like means in previously I have learned that in strip method we have to pass something so that it will cut those things in the string. So, but here we are not passing anything, na? It is empty there in strip method.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to say. For our case, right, we just need to remove slash n. For slash n to be removed by default, slash n and all the spaces it will be removed. Okay.
okay, it is by default. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, by default. You need not pass any arguments to that particular.
Sir, then can I use f dot readline dot strip?
What?
But can I use f dot readline dot strip?
Yeah. So here itself,
it throws error, sir. It throws error.
Here itself you can use it.
Okay, I can use it.
Yeah. See, because f dot strip, f dot readline, it basically gives a string, right?
Right.
So f dot readline is a string. Okay. And to string you can apply this you can apply the strip method. Okay. Okay, clear?
Okay, clear.
Sir, one doubt here means if we apply like f dot readline dot strip, then the output that in line number 15, if we apply on that, then it will be like 1, 2, 3. The n will be slash n will be out, right, sir?
Yeah. Slash n will be removed.
1 space 2 space 3, right?
No, it won't be one slash n.
Okay.
Depends.
So 1, 2, 3 direct.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Have you completed the PPA file?
Sir.
Yeah.
Continued on this strip function, sir. When I try to execute into my IDE, so when I given the read line, it's got executed. But when I try to execute into this IDE into the website, so it's throwing like an error. It's not able to pass all the test cases. Like why it is so, sir?
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's not a problem with the strip. It is problem with the code, I guess. So can you share your screen?
Yeah, I'll share it in 10 minutes, sir. I'll share it. Okay. Sir.
Once you share, we can look at that particular.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I just have a small doubt. Sir, what is SYS? SYS, import SYS. Actually, I am I am doing in some online platform, and in there I am getting that thing. I just want to know what is SYS and STDIN. Can you just give
sorry, can you repeat? What is
SYS? Import means import SYS, SYS, and you from that SYS method means they're using STDIN.
See that SYS is a library. Okay, that is a system library. It contains like it contains the data about the system and all, and which you're talking about CHDIR, right?
What?
You're from sys.chdr. That's what you're talking about.
SYS, import SYS, SYS.
Okay.
Yes, and means it is importing that SYS. Then after that, if it is taking some some input, then it is taking a string equal to stdin dot readline dot
Can you paste it in the chat box or something? That's
Yes.
system library. Okay.
Yes, I am pasting.
Yeah, paste it in the chat box.
Sir, PPA 3, I have a doubt, sir.
Okay. Yeah, we'll solve.
So I'll give the code.
Yes, I have given in chat box.
Okay. Sys import sys from sys import stdin. So Debashish, so sys is a Python library, and this stdin, what it does is need to look at it. Stdin. For that, see, basically Python has so many libraries, like some libraries which were like developed by some developers, okay. And then like if for us to exactly know what a particular library does and what exactly a particular method does, okay, it's like very difficult for us. Okay, we need to look at the we need to look at the documentation, especially for sys and all, okay. So for your particular case, I'll have a look at it and then I'll let you know.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay, sir. No worries.
So sys it is the subsystem specific parameters and functions. This module provides access to some variables used or maintained by the interpreter and to functions that interact directly strongly with the interpreter. Okay.
Sir, can you please look at this PPA 3?
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Before going on to that, can you please tell me what is readliness function?
What function?
Readliness.
Friendliness.
No. F dot readliness.
Read lines. Okay.
Sorry, it's
Okay,
read
okay.
lines. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
Okay,
that
I
read
understood.
lines,
Okay,
you
okay,
understood
sir.
what it does?
Yes, sir. I was sorry.
Okay. So so I'll just paste your code. So we'll have a look at what you have done.
So it's showing some inconsistent use of tabs and spaces.
Yeah, right. So that is like that happens when you're doing this indentation wrongly.
Okay, sir.
So you have to look at the indentation.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, regarding the indentation, I have also faced this error. So just an advice, either use only just use tab to get the indentation. Otherwise, if you are mixing tab and spacebar, it will always come up.
All right.
So as per me, the indentation is correct, sir.
It will not be visual on the upper level because I have gone through this error multiple times. So the best advice I can give is use tab and maybe erase this program and write it once again. Just use a proper proper procedure in that regard.
See what happens is, let's say like so okay, we have this if true or something, right? If true, right? This is like we have a tab, right? Now there is a tab space, and then if I again press a tab, it'll again give it tab space. Okay, so that
This is not my code. Can you please check my also, sir, after you do this?
so previously what you can do is like you can paste the entire code, okay, like along with the def line, okay, along with the first line. So then we can try to find out like where the indentation. Others mute yourself. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts you have?
Sir,
Yeah.
as we discussed that when we use read lines function, right? So it returns list of all the lines, right?
Yeah.
So whether in that case, does it mean that it contains extra character also, because we are not using a strip function along with read lines?
It contains a slash and extra character also.
Okay, so it is better to use a dot strip function every time, right?
Yeah, it is always better to use a dot strip.
Okay.
Okay, see, the thing is, you're having this with open file .rsf. Why you're using this colon there? Here you use this colon, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Why did you use a colon there?
So actually it should be f equals to open file name r. I mean, that is, we can use that also directly.
I think the problem was with that line, and the others it's okay. I did not check the sanctity of the code, but at least that indentation error should not be there.
Invalid syntax.
With open of file name comma.
Open, I just saw a function open, so I tried to use it.
Sir, what's about with keyword?
What?
With WITH keyword. It was previously written.
That with is like, it is like open it is like doing something and like storing it in like some other way. It is kind of like the same as like f equals to what we do.
Yeah,
Normal
same
way.
thing.
Okay.
Yes, sir. This error, inconsistent use of tabs and space. So in Replit, sir, these codes run, but when we try to run it in the portal, it doesn't run, sir. Replit, I am getting a output for this.
Okay. Okay, so here we should be having this indentation, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes, sir. So logic seems to be correct only, sir, because in Replit it's giving the answer. I've taken two strings, one is of length 4, another is of 2. It's giving me output 4. So there is a new line after this. Why it is taking a new line?
What?
It's showing a new line at the declarations list L.
Yeah. So you do not have to worry about this one. That is the That is a representation error. Like it is like with respect to reporting. Do not have to worry about that. Extra slashing. In and around this, there is an issue there. And this working exactly fine with the
In Replit,
the
sir,
Replit?
it's working. Yeah, it's working exactly fine, sir. I've taken two strings, one integer of length
Sir,
4.
sir, this one list L of I. List Li.
This one?
Yes, sir. Why there is a I over here?
That is a separate list.
Like
It's creating a list of
Okay,
lists.
okay. This is a separate list.
Yeah.
Okay, you are appending to list
Yeah, I'm appending
one
to
that
list
list
L.
Li.
Yeah.
actually that doesn't matter here.
Sir, flag should be in string form, no, sir. It's not in.
No, flag should be in Boolean form, na? How can a
Yes,
flag should
yes,
be in string form?
but when
Flag is
we
a
write,
Boolean.
but when we write a false, it should be in colon.
No, flag can be Boolean.
Flag is correct. Flag is correct.
Problem with the line number.
Sir, can you like try taking that after the for loop? Can you take that backspace and provide tab again? Because that's the error that I could see. So where there is for loop, no, there is no line. If you see in the second for loop, there is a
Yes.
there is a visible line showing that those code belongs to that for
Those
loop.
indentations are right.
This one?
Yeah,
but in second, first one.
In the first for loop, you don't see that
Lines.
visible line, right, for indentation that identifies that. No, take backspace and provide tab again. Maybe delete those lines and yeah, now it will work, I guess. Yeah, now it will work.
Now the line is coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Now
do
again
it
this one for this one.
for second line also for all.
Second line also.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. Please come again. Like what have you done?
Third line. Yes. Now it's
Are you trying to
going
say
to run.
there was this line you see?
The small gray line.
Small gray line. Maybe I'll just maximize it.
See now. Now it
There
is
was a
visible.
small gray line here. This was not visible before because of the extra line or something. It should be okay, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Still the same thing.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have faced multiple times this error. So that's the best thing I can say is, first of all, do not copy paste the code from Replit because that is the biggest disadvantage of Python. There is this thing that Python follows, right? The indentation. It is one of those most important
For
criteria
this,
of
there
this
is no
language.
problem in indentation. I don't think so. There is a problem.
I know because I have always troubleshooted this type of error, but I have wasted a lot of time. So that
Yes, please try to rewrite the code.
Because you will even after you get this type of indentation error, you never get to pin down where it is coming from, even though the errors might be pinpointed down below. But it is always good to write it afresh and do not copy paste the code from anywhere.
Yes,
I have faced it multiple times.
I tried by writing fresh also because in Replit it's working fine. It's giving me the correct output.
And one more thing regarding width, right? You were using the width keyword.
No, that has been changed. Now it's only with the open. That is what is taught in the videos also. We are just using
Now
the
one passed.
Actually now it's working. So
now one passed. One test case.
now there was no error. Okay, now there was no error. Okay, so now
where was the error, sir?
see, all I did was
first line.
already it was, I just copied the entire line and then like I moved it to the starting one. Okay, so now it appears something like this. You could
What is
see-
the error, sir? Now what is the error?
No, I did not do anything. I just like tapped it entire one. Entire
No,
data. I just
I'm
tapped.
saying what is current error
Okay,
now?
there was some code in the, like the expected output is something different. That's it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there's some problem with the code. Okay, so now there was no error. That's the important one. Okay. So if you're like, if you're like facing this kind of problem, what you can do is the best possible way. You can just do this tab thing. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Initially it will be in this way, right? So after that, you know that there should be one tab. So you can just use it like control that square bracket one, right? You can use that to make sure that entire data and entire lines of whatever you are writing, there's a tab space. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So, logic wise, what is the issue, sir?
Project wise?
I mean, only one test case has passed.
Okay. That we look at. Okay. So what you have done for line in F, strip lines, line dot strip. Okay, listl equals strip lines dot split, listl dot append of listl I. See, have you read the problem statement? It has each line.
Earlier.
Each line contains only an integer.
Integer, yeah.
Right. Each line contains only an integer, right? So you have already stripped the line, and then like you took it as strip lines. Why did you take it as strip lines? It is only a single number, right?
No, sir. It's a like a list of list it's creating, sir.
Yeah. Strip it returns a string, right? Here you're stripping that line. Sorry, you're splitting that line into a list. Why are you doing it?
So because it creates, and then I'm appending it so that it creates a list of list with a space in between.
Okay, see, I think you're not getting what I was trying to say. See, the data will be the file will be something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay, 15 and on.
No, sir, it's not coming like this. It's coming as a like list of integer only, but in a text form. A list of L is having another list, which is a list of integer, but it's in text, like in a single code.
No. What I'm trying to say is this line dot step. It already this strip lines. The strip lines. It is not actual lines. It is a number. Strip lines is a number, right? Did you get what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, it's a number. Yeah, it should be.
It's a number, right? And why are you splitting it? You need not split it.
Okay.
You need not split it. All you need to do is you just need to append that number to a list.
Okay.
To a list, like whichever list you have listed. Okay. So now after that, here what you can do is you can just do it like int of now, because that is an integer. We just convert it to an integer. After that, prime range of length of list of L for chain range of length of.
I considered it as a list of lists. That is why I use these two for loops.
Yeah, this is not required. This is not required. Now what we can do is, we had a max, right? Okay, max equals 0. We should have max and we should have position also, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, because I think we need to return the position, I guess.
So we have to return the dimension of the maximum integer list.
You return the line number that houses the maximum integer. Like we should only return the line number.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Clear? or what I from talking about, you should only return the line number.
Okay.
So in your particular case, when you are looking for I in range of length of list of L, right? This I kind of represents the line number,
Yes,
but with the 0th index,
yes, sir.
right? So for you, I starts from 0 line, first line, second line, third line, and so on, right?
Yes, sir.
So if max equals to, let's say like for I in range of length of list L, if list L of I is greater than max, if list L of I is greater than max, then what we need to do? We need to update the max to list L of I, and then that position whichever we had, right, that should be equals to I plus 1, correct?
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, right? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
This what we'll do is, instead of initializing max to 0, we will initialize it to list L of 0. Okay, just to be sure that in case of negative numbers now, in case if the list contains all the negative numbers, we won't face an, like, our program it will still run even if list still contains all the negative numbers also. Okay.
Query, sir.
Huh?
I have query, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, in case of read lines and so that you are reading all the lines, so how to the Python will print out the output, but how to keep let's say track of the line numbers? I want to read a particular line, let's say line number 20.
Yeah, that can be done here itself, right? See, you can have it like I equals to 1 initially. Okay, for line in F, like you can just update the inside the for loop, you can update the I value. Okay, inside the for loop, you can update the I value, or else what you can do is this for line in F, you are appending it to a list, right? You are appending it to a list. The index of the list, it will give the line number itself. No? The index plus 1, it will give the line number.
Index of the list. I didn't get it.
Yeah. Index of the list L plus 1, it gives the line number, right? Directly.
But how to have the index of the list, sir? Actually.
What?
Index of the lines in the list.
I didn't get you. Index of the.
You are saying index of the list, right?
Yeah. See, what we are doing is, see, we are appending whatever we are having in that particular line to a list L, right? So basically, what will be the length of list L? It will be the number of lines only, right? How many lines you have in F? That many elements will be there in list L.
So to use, like, instead of going for list 1 and initializing to empty list and then append, so we can use the read line straight away, right? It is anyway.
Yeah. We can use read line straight away. We need not even have like all this. We can use read line straight away. So when you are using that read line, now each time you are like invoking that read line, you should be incrementing the I value by 1. Okay.
But internally, read lines will just read and create a list automatically. But only thing is to keep track of the line numbers, we have to separately have a counter, because read lines doesn't have any parameter, right?
Yeah. So if you're using that read line one, then you definitely need to have a some variable that keeps track of the number of lines. Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. So now we need to have like flag. If flag we need not have. So all we need to do is we need to return false. That's it. Okay. or else I need not even have like this one. Okay, we'll check now.
The list one is not initialized. No?
Which one?
List one.
Yeah, list one, that is not. Okay. That list. Yeah, that is list. That's not list one. Okay, now it's open. Is it clear? Problem number 3.
What you change, sir? Just in the last step, what did you change?
This is just this. Instead of list L, I have written previously as list one. Okay, that I have modified. That's it. Okay, there is this name error.
Okay.
Okay, so we look at PPF 5.
Yes, sir. Yes.
How many of you solved PPF 5?
Sir, I have done correctly. Means I have that logic, but I don't know why my error means code gives error. Can you
Okay,
check that
so
for PPF 5?
okay.
Should I send in chat box?
Actually, you can just share a screen directly. Okay, or else you paste it in the chat box. Your name is Nikhil.
No, Devashish.
You paste the entire code. Okay, you paste the entire
Okay.
code. Yeah, along with the def.
Sir, I have
Yeah.
So I have solved this question, but in between I was stuck and I have a doubt related to that. So can I share the screen?
Yeah, sure. So, but what we can do is like first I'll discuss the solution, or else one of you can discuss solution, and after that we look at your doubts. Is that okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So the file points to a file that contains n by n matrix. The ith line of file represents I minus 1 throw up matrix. Okay. As a sequence of comma separated integers. Okay, where is less than okay. We have zero-based indexing here. The file does not have any order and has exactly n lines. Sample is given. Your task is to return the matrix. This is simple, right?
Yes, sir. It's a very simple.
This is simple, right? So okay, first we need to read the line. Okay, open of file name, comma r. Okay, we are just reading it. Okay, and then after that, what do we do? For line in. Okay, I'll create the list. Okay,
yes, sir.
I'll create the list. L equals to empty list. I'll have for line in F. Okay, first thing, what should I do? I should strip it. I'll strip it, and after that, each time all those elements I should be converting that to like this line is a row, right? Okay, just to make it like clear, I'll rename it like instead of line, I'll make it as row. Okay. Okay, so now what do I do? Actually, I can split it directly here. Split based on comma, right? And after that, so this will be something like this. They won't be an integers. They won't be an integers. That list won't be a list of integers. That list will be a list of strings, right? So we need to convert those to that. We need to convert each element in the row to a integer, right? So for I in range of length of row of I, that is the ith element of row, it should be integer. So I'm just converting that to an integer, row of I. Okay. Once I have converted that, now this row will be a list of integers, right? Now all I need to do is I need to append this to the list L, right? So what should I do? I should just, like, I'm done now. So each time what it does is it takes each line in F, it takes each line in the file, and then it will convert that it will convert that to a list initially. Since that list will be a list of strings, I need to convert that to a list of integers. Once I have converted that to a list of integers, I just need to append that row to L, right?
Hello, sir. Just a question, sir. In the question, there is no mention that it should be converted to integer. So why are you doing it?
Because they mentioned it like this.
No, sir. Mention, sir. They mentioned, sir.
Yes, it is comma separated integer.
Okay. Yep.
Sir, in this code, split function is converting row into list, right?
Yeah. Split function is converting the string into list.
Correct. Otherwise, it could have been string only, right?
Yeah. Okay, we'll check and we'll test run to see if there are any errors. No, it's working fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, is the solution clear? Whatever I mentioned. Is this clear?
So it is clear, but can you just repeat that why you have used strip and also split function?
Yes, sir. Means in strip and split, I have also done this way, but in split and strip, I am getting some confusion.
Okay. So I just tell you like one thing. Okay. Whenever you're reading a line in the file handling, okay, it is always better to use a strip. It is always better to use strip. Okay. Using strip doesn't harm you at all. Okay. Using strip, strip, it doesn't harm you at all. It removes the extra slashing characters if there are any extra slashing. Let's say like the line number is the first line is 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then it has a slash n at the end. Okay. If you do not remove the slash n, and then if you use a split directly, what happens is the return list will be something like this. It will be 1, 2 until now it's okay. But for the last element, it will be 3 slash n. It will be 3 slash n, and then it cannot convert this. It cannot convert the 3 slash n to an integer. Okay, so I'll just show that. Okay, I will not use a strip, and then I will run it. Okay, I'm not using strip, I'm using only split. Let's see if it works.
Can we use read lines instead of this strip and split?
What?
Can we use read lines function instead of strip and split?
Yes, I have also
You can
used
use
read
read
lines.
lines also. You can use read lines also. See, in this particular case, even though I did not use strip, it is working. Okay, but it's always better to use strip. Okay. Maybe I'll just have it like lines equals to f dot read lines. For row in lines, now we'll check what happens. I did not use
Sir,
strip.
one thing. Can you just write down that what will be row in means what is the structure of lines here? It is a string of 1, 2, 3. No?
Lines.
Yes, I mean.
Let's say our file is something like this. Okay. Let's say let me say like my file is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Then the read lines will be like this: It will be 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
There will be a slash in, sir, at the
Yeah, there is going to be slash in also.
Okay, there will be slash n. Okay. In every okay, in every line, yeah.
Sir, instead of read lines, we can use a read line, and we can line wise we can read it also.
Yeah. See, you can do it like whichever way you want. Okay.
But sir, I faced an issue while doing that. In that case,
yeah.
So initially, what I thought is to read the line. If means I have used a line equal to f dot read line, and then I try to append it in the matrix because I have created it in.
Okay. So yeah, can you share a screen?
Yeah, I can share my screen, sir.
So Sheikh Asad, like you had a doubt, right?
Yes, sir. I'm sharing, sir.
Yeah. You can share. Okay.
Yes.
Mukherjee, are you sharing or like?
Yes, sir.
Can you able to see us, sir?
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this one, I have not used like strips, sir. Still, it got run.
See, if you did not use strip, I'm not saying that it won't run. But can you look at the output there? It has printed the extra slash n. Because of the extra slash n, there was an empty line after maths. After maths, there was an empty line, and after physics also there was an empty line. But if you use a strip, there won't be an empty line.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. You can stop sharing, Sheikh.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, can I share now?
Yeah, you can share now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see right my screen.
Yeah,
right?
I can see your screen.
So in this case, the second process I followed in the same way, just like what you did in the I use a split. But initially, what I was doing is I was converting this into f dot read line, and in that I try to take this read line into. I'm not using this loop. I am just putting it inside this.
That f dot read line also you should be splitting it now.
Okay.
F dot read line that gives you a line, right?
Yes. Total line I'm reading it actually initially because it is given in the same format, and then I am encapsulated in a list format in appending in the matrix.
Okay. So basically you're not converting that to a row. You're just appending it directly. That should not be done, right?
Yes, because it is an integer. That's why it is giving error. Okay, understood, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can stop sharing.
Yeah, sure.
Others, do you have any doubts in PVF 5?
I move to 6.
Okay, so yeah, so we can move on to PPA 6 now. Okay, solve for PPA 6. And there is one student who talked about like how difficult it is, like the file handling and all, right? If you looked at it, until here only it is file handling, right? Until here only it's file handling. After that it is just normal Python way of like handling data, right? Correct. So the file handling is nothing but like only the reading part and the writing part is only related to file handling. Remaining everything is normal Python stuff. The going over through the entire rows and all, converting it to rows, appending it, converting string to integer, and all that normal stuff we do. It is the same. Okay. So we'll move on to VPA 6. So this is sequence of n terms. It's called arithmetic progression. Okay, this we know. Okay. Two consecutive terms, they have like same difference. Okay, then that is called as arithmetic progression. it should be write a function name write if that accepts the following arguments. A1 the first term, B common difference in number of terms. Within the function, create a file named out.text. Write the first 10 terms of AP to it, one term on each line. Okay. So here we should be creating a file out.text, and then we should be writing this data. Okay, we should be writing the first n terms of the arithmetic progression to that particular file. Okay, out.text. All right. So basically, it should be returning the out.text file. Sorry, you should not return it. All you need to do is like you need to just create it. Okay. Try to solve for this. Solve it in like 5 minutes or so. Already 1 hour is up, so we'll try to make it quick.
Sir, I have doubt in PPA 8. Should I wait or may I ask here?
Please wait. Okay. So we'll go to PPA and after that we can ask.
Sir, will full syllabus be there in the next quiz? Programming quiz?
Until 11 weeks it will be there.
Can you repeat, sir?
Yeah, and it's almost like the entire syllabus will be there. The 12th week is anyway revision, so we'll have like until the first 11 weeks. Okay, the first 11 weeks, and the first 11 weeks is the entire syllabus. Okay.
And sir, regarding that quiz at TCS, it will be means 13th.
April 13th even.
Yeah. What will be the syllabus?
Yeah, further the syllabus is the entire.
April 13th there is no.
March 13th.
Sir, yesterday
There is no
Omkar.
Python in April 13th.
No, we don't have the March 13th exam for Python.
Sir, yesterday Omkar sir has the session with us.
Yeah.
In that session, he told us that in quiz we will be having lesser content from or almost no content from week 11 or 12.
Yeah, right. So because the week 11
Your voice is very slow.
Yeah, the week 11 it does not contain too much for programming part. Okay.
It is basically an intro to PDSA, I guess so.
It's not intro to PDSA, but then you'll come to know, okay, when you go through week 11.
Sir, just now I got a little confused because this 13th March we have exam, right, at quiz.
No, we don't have for Python. We don't have for Python.
But in the dashboard it is showing, sir.
No, it's for other subject, not for Python.
Yeah, that's for other subject. It's not for Python. For Python, we have on 20th March.
Python coding is on 20th March, but
yeah.
Python theory.
But quiz is showing, sir. I can show you in my dashboard.
So you mean March 20? You want the proctored one you are saying, right? March 20.
Yeah, March 20 the proctored one.
But the quiz it is showing 13 March also at TCS.
It is not for Python.
It may be for some other subject, boss.
I have only Python. I have only Python in this term.
So you must
No,
be
that
seeing on the latest update, I guess.
it's
See,
not for you.
okay, we do not have we do not have the Christo 30th of March. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, you do not have to worry about it. Even if you see it on the portal, you do not have to worry about it.
March 20th, we have to go to the exam site.
Yeah, no. March 20th, you need not go to exam center. It will be just like the OPP one. You'll be doing
Oh,
it.
exactly. Okay. When is the next exam site exam?
Then the next exam, like the TCS exam, that is the interim exam only.
On 3rd
Oh,
of
that's
April.
an NTM
On
exam,
on 3rd of April for Python.
Yeah.
For all subject, it's on
For all
3rd.
subject, right. And 13th is quiz 2 except Python.
Right.
Sir,
When is the quiz 2 for Python?
20th March. That is online.
No. After 13th, every exams are over. Python will follow that one, no?
No, Python, we have a online
We have
software,
like, two more exams. We have 2 more exams. One is on 20th of March, and other is the interim exam along with all the other subjects. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
13 there is no Python paper.
Sir, was there any live session yesterday? Someone said that Omkar sir was taking the live session yesterday.
That was on-demand session. Yeah, there was a live session. Okay.
There's no notification and all. Okay, no problem.
And sir, one more query is in many times it is happening that we faced it's difficult to complete the solve the problem because we are new in the Python programming. So whether there is any step marks or anything, because in the last quiz I have not seen like that. But if the procedure is correct up to certain steps, then if it is, then it will be helpful, I believe.
Yeah, I guess so. But the problem is we have like lots of students, right? And it is impossible to evaluate each and every student's code and then like give like partial marks for the steps you have written. But what can be done is for the partially passed test cases, you'll be getting marks. That is there. Okay. Anything that can be done like automatically without much of human intervention, that is doable. Okay. But this it is like not so directly feasible, but we have to look at it. Okay.
Yeah, I agreed, sir. But sir, means and the difficulty level would be, it will be little higher than the last one, or it will be again the same.
It will be kind of like the same. It won't be higher than the last
Than the
exam.
last, okay.
No, not the last one. Last exam.
Last exam, understood, sir.
Sir, can I ask one question regarding file handling?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, there is one thing we are using like this notation, the file handler f say equal to open, then we do it. I have seen some other notation which starts with with open, then we write the file name in the mode, then as f or the alphabet or whatever you call
Yeah,
it.
both are same. Both are same.
No, sir, yes, sir. Where I encountered the problem is that like this second notation automatically closes the file after being used. So we don't have to put a separately f.close or g.close. Now, while we are working with two files, now what happens is that once we start with, and if we have to open two files, or rather read one file and then write to one file, or read two files, read from two files. So how does that go? Because I am not being able to use two widths together. Can you please help and show how it's managed?
Actually, like,
did I make myself clear?
Yeah, I got the question. So
you can use the
you're not able to handle like two files by using with, is it?
I'm sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you. Please can you repeat?
You're not able to handle two files by using with open and all, right?
Yeah, because once we write with, then it's a colon, then it's indented, right?
No. See, you have to use separate. You don't use it within one with separately. You do in the same indentation. Don't do that. Don't use it like in nested with loop and all. It will not work. You will have to use it separately. Open the two files with.
No, that's the thing, because if we are trying to see if two files are equal or subsets of each other or not, no relation or things like that. So for instance,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yes.
So you have to read two files together, right? So and
Yeah.
if you are using with, so like once you start with one with, you open one file, and then that the other file has to be indented within it. So like
No, don't. No, don't go for the indentation. Then it will mess up the whole thing. What we are doing is file pointer. Every file will have a pointer. So use with this first file. You open with some file pointer. That is with open something you do, and as F1. Then the second one you have with open the file with as F2. So F1 and
no,
F2.
I got that. I got that.
Yeah.
See, I got that. As F1, as F2, as F3. Now
But don't use it within the. Don't use it nested with separately. You have it. Python will manage F1, F2 separately. Don't use it within one with loop. Don't use another.
Is it possible to show it on the screen right now? I'm not being able to get this part.
One second. Let me check this one.
Yeah. So what you can do is like, yeah, the other person who's trying to explain it, you can just share a screen and explain it.
Yeah, 1 second. Sir. I'm trying to open a file which I haven't by chance. Yeah, just give me a few minutes. I'm just trying to open in my PyCharm. I have some files. I didn't want to hold it up. When I come across the file, I'll just ping.
Yeah. Okay. So meanwhile, like, shall we discuss the PPA6?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hello, sir. I have a question to ask.
Yeah.
Sir, can you go to PPA5? It's just like a general question. So my question is, can we actually like in this question, you are actually passing on a file to this function, right? Can we actually do it? I mean, can we return a file, pass a file? So if you go to the test case of this, I see you are passing a file, right? Or how is it getting
The thing
implemented?
is, you are thinking that we are passing a file, right? But do you think we are actually passing a file?
I mean, I see.
See, what do you think this file name will be? This file name will be something like input.txt and all, right?
Okay.
.text, right? So this file name is nothing but a string. File name is a string only. File name is a string only, but based on that string, you'll open a file.
So in the backend, you are actually having a file. You are just passing this file name only here, right?
Yeah. I'm just passing the file name. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And in the test case as well, I see there is something called 100, then the file name. What is 100 then?
That part you need not worry about.
Okay.
This is the file. This is the file, that public one.csv file, and this 100 kind of like denotes. That part you need not worry about. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And this part is going to be there for like each and every problems. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So now what we need to do is, share the screen. So for I in range of, so this first I need to open up a red. Equals to open of out.text. Since I need to write the file, I'm just doing it like that. So for I in range of length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of n, because it should be having n terms, okay. Length of what I can do is I can write f dot write of str of a plus I star n I star d, sorry. Does this work for you? Is this clear? And then it should be slash n also.
Sir, why slash n means can you?
Okay, yeah, if I do not write the slash n now, let's say like the terms are something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and all. Okay, these are the terms. These are the 6 terms. Then in the file, if I do not write the slash n, it appears like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sir, don't write length of n.
Huh? Sorry, yeah, sorry. It's only length.
Sir, it's underscore a underscore 1.
Yeah, right. Anything else? Did I miss?
Sir, if we do like this, won't in the last line it will go to the next line then, or is that fine?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you're right. So if I not equals to n minus 1, then we do this. Else just write like f dot write off. Okay. And then just close it.
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
This one, the last one.
Yeah, why you
No,
added
sir,
like
sir,
this?
so the complete code, sir, it will be better, sir, if you
Yes,
explain
yes.
line by line. Yes.
Okay. So like first thing is how should my file be? The first line should be a1, right? And the second line should be a1 plus d. Third line should be a1 plus 2d. Fourth line should be a1 plus 3d, and so on. It should be what? A1 plus n minus 1 into d, right? Right. So all I need to do is I just need to compute the ith term each time, and then I need to append that to the I need to write that to my file, right?
Yes.
Correct. So what I'm doing is I just opened a file out.txt, and then since I'm writing it, I just denoted it by w. Okay. The mode is like writing. That's why I wrote it as w. Okay. For I in range of n, if I not equals to n minus 1, so even though I'm mentioning it like this, in the background it's going to be like this, right? A1 slash n, A1d, like A1 plus slash n, and so on. This is how it appears in the file. So each time after that particular term, no, I should be having an extra slash n. The slash n should be there, and like for the first n minus 1 terms. For the last term, the slash n won't be there.
If we don't put, sir, then
what?
If we don't put slash n, backslash n.
Yeah, if we don't put slash n, what's going to happen is all the numbers will be like side by side. There won't be any separate or something.
Okay.
Like you want the file to be somewhere like, let's say the first 10 natural numbers now. Then you want the file to be something like this, right? You want the file to be something like this, but instead of this, the file will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to be like this. Okay.
So
That's
without if else also it is working, sir.
What?
Without using the if else, it is passing the private the cases even without the if else.
Okay. But still, it's always better to use
complete the code, sir. Yes, complete the code.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So if you remove the if else, then if you try it.
If you remove the if else,
Yes, sir. For this question, it's working.
Yes.
see, for this case it might be working, but it's always better to use that.
So why it is working, sir?
If you use like if you do not use that if else, now there is going to be one more extra line there.
Okay.
Yes, sir. For last line, there will be next
Yeah.
line.
Next line will be there. Yeah. Sir, then why it is working, sir? I mean, like here it is working.
In this particular case, I think like while interpreting it, basically what happens is whatever file you have, we just check it with we just check it with the expected output, right?
Yeah.
I think the way we are checking it, even though you are having that extra line, we are like still passing your test case, okay? But that won't always be the case. So it's always better not to add the slash n to the last line. Okay.
So
Did you get what I'm saying?
last line is not checked, right? In this case, the last line.
Yeah. It's not it's not checking for this.
Yeah.
But if it is checking for this, then you'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is the better to use the if else.
Yeah. It's always better to use the if else. Okay. You want to prepare 7?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
In line 3, sir, can we use just for I in n instead of range of n?
For I in n, we cannot use, right?
And not a list or a string. It's an integer.
Yeah. It's an integer. N is an integer, so you cannot use for I in n. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. You want to
Sir,
prepare?
hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt in PPA 6. Like my code has not yet passed all the test cases, private test cases. Can I paste it in the chat box?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sir.
So,
Yes.
sir, can you please once again say why is that if else? Can you say it again, sir? The I minus 1.
Okay. Right. So see, if you do not remove the slash n now, if you do not remove the slash n at the end, now we have like what, n lines, right? Actually we should be writing only n lines to this file out.txt. If we have this slash n at the end also, it will create n plus 1 lines. It will not just create n lines, it will create n plus 1 lines. Did you get what I'm saying?
Okay, sir. You are actually, I'm understanding what you're saying, sir. But why there is no error in this code, sir?
See, the
That's
thing
what
is,
I'm not getting.
Yeah. See, what we're basically doing is like there could be like n numerous chances why it is passing. Okay. So what could be happening is like they are checking for the first n lines. They're checking for the first n lines of the file. What is your output with respect to the actual output? Okay. Maybe they were not checking for the length of the lines. Okay. If they're checking for the length of the lines too, then you'll be in trouble. Okay.
Okay, sir. I got it.
Sir, I have pasted it.
Got it. Log -1 plus t. Okay. This spelling wrong. And the thing is, you should not return anything. You should not return it. You should not return it. All you need to do is you just need to write it and then find range of length of L.F. Okay. should not return it. Okay. All you should do is you should just write that to the file and then you need to close it. Okay. You should not return anything. Okay.
Sir, even if I write return, for all other code, all the test cases are passed, sir. I didn't write F close in any of the code.
Okay. Now you are able to pass all the test cases. Previously, even though you mentioned return, you were able to pass all the public test cases. What you saying?
Yes, sir, as well as all the private test cases. Sir.
You were able to pass both.
Yes,
Public
sir.
as well as private.
Yes.
Then like okay. Previously, your code was something like this, right?
Yes, sir. And,
like this, right?
and F close was not there.
Yeah. Let me check like why exactly even though you mentioned return, why it is still running through the entire loop. I'll check this and then I'll get back to you, okay? Because
okay, sir. Okay.
When you hit a return, when you mention return, right?
Yes.
The function should terminate then and there itself. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, it should not even come to line number 15, and for the first I itself, for I equals 0 itself, this should terminate. This function should terminate.
Okay.
And then yeah, let me check. Okay. We'll move on to
Can
7.
you?
Yeah.
So can you show the PPS 6 that you have written your code means previously if else using if else?
My code was lost, but then I'll try to repair it.
Control Z you can.
Yeah. I think that is required like in the later also. Maybe even the PP7 also that is required, I guess. So I will show it there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That if I equals to, if I equals 10 minus 1, then we need to remove slash and else we need to add slash and that is there whenever you need to write a file, right? That you need to take care of this. Okay. So file name points to the name of some text file. Each line of the file is missing. Period at the end of the line, write a function and add period that accepts file name as argument. Creates a file named out.txt. The function should copy the contents of file name into out.txt and add a period at the end of each line. Okay. So can we do this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is kind of like even more easier than PP6 is. But then let's try to do this. You should not return anything here also. We'll solve this in like 5 minutes and after that we'll discuss solution. We'll discuss at 3:35 and we'll take like 5 minutes break. Okay. After that we'll discuss solution. The period is nothing but the full stop. Hello, is this done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So do you want to share a solution, or like do you want me to discuss it?
So I pasted in the chat.
Okay. So, Anand thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Hi, can we have that solution with open with two, with opening files? The other gentleman showed that, say that he would be showing it.
Yeah. So what about that? So are you able to access it now? That with opening like two files at a time. This is like the normal way of opening it. Like body windows like with while using with. Through this way, the way which Harper mentioned now, we can do it like for any number. For like any number of files, we can open directly and then close it later. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so what he has done is he has opened the file name st equals readline, okay, x equals open dot out dot text, okay, while s not equals to them while s not equals to this empty, okay, empty string, line equals s dot strip plus, okay, he has added a period, okay, dot line, yeah, okay, this is perfect. But then again if you look at it, you're not worrying about the whether that line is at the end or not, okay, but still you're able to pass the test cases, I suppose.
Because sir, in editor, the backslash n is ignored by editor in our edit.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. Otherwise, we have to take care of that condition. Is it last line or not?
Right. Actually, we got like this was there from the last term, not the last term, but from the previous term, that the students complained that it is like too trivial that why do we need to do this? Why do we need to care about that extra slashing character? That's why even though you're having that slash now, like if you're not having slash in, both of your discuss were able to pass. Okay.
Sir, can we use in a read lines method?
See, if you're using read lines now, then what happens is then yeah, even that is fine, but that is not the best way to do, because if you use read lines, all the entire data that we like if the file is like very large doing it by that process, that's not the correct way I would say, but that's not the optimal way to do it. Okay, but still, yeah, you can do it using read lines also. Okay.
Sir.
Yes, sir, but sir, I have done that, but I am getting some error.
Okay,
sir,
can you paste it in the chat box?
No, it can be done. I have done with the read lines and it's working properly.
Sir, in this code, can't line 7 and 8 be clubbed in this code itself? I don't know, that's what I'm asking. Yes.
Yeah, that can be done. So
7 and 8
is extra trade-off. This one. Okay. This line is a string, and slash n is a string. Both of the strings will be combined and it will be returned to this x. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So one like Devashish has done it using the read lines, and you're not able to pass all the test
error, and I am using the replace actually.
Oh, see, issue.
Sir, this could have a small doubt, sir.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, we'll discuss this after. Okay.
List of lines x equals s dot replace of slash and comma n. See, it's better not to use this. X equals to x dot strip, that is okay, plus dot slash n. This can be done. Okay. And then you can remove this. This can be done. And then
But sir, the replace, why that replace should not be like that? That should also.
What can you repeat?
That replace function, that should also work, na?
Yeah, the replace one should work. What we'll do is we'll print x first now. We'll print x first. Okay, no, let's not do this here because we print lots of lines.
List of lines of 1, you can say.
Yeah.
Sir, can we omit this list of line equals to f dot read lines, because
Can I repeat? Can you omit?
yeah, line number 6, list of lines equal to f dot read lines. Can we? It is necessary to write because I have written in that it runs
For x in read
successfully.
lines, for x in f dot read lines, you have written it like that.
Because the next is okay for x in list of lines, that will work, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. For x in f dot read lines, even that works. Or the, if you're not using this, you can just make line number 6 and 7 as like one single line also. That also works. Let's print the line and see what it has.
Line number 10 has error.
It is O. It should O.
Sir, it should be open in the read mode.
Yeah.
Sir, the error is so that file name is in string. It should not be in string.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You see, yeah, it does have this. So yeah, now we can. Yeah, I think we can use it. Replace slash n with comma with the period, and then, or else what we can do is we can replace slash n with the dot slash n, right?
Yes, sir, we can do that.
Let's remove this.
It is not working.
Okay. The problem was with the last line. You see for the last line, it does not have a slash n.
Yes, sir.
Since it does not have a slash n, we are not able to replace the. We are not able to have that extra dot. Okay. Clear?
Okay, sir. Means we
So
cannot
what
use
you
that
can do is
replace.
like, huh?
So we cannot use and replace them.
Yeah, you can use it. You can use something.
Okay.
You can do it something like this. Okay. Until the last line, until the last line, you can use this one, and after that, what you can do is you can use like o dot write off. So your list of lines of -1. Okay, plus dot. Okay, this should work, I guess. Now it's okay. All right.
Okay.
Sir, can you check my code because it
So
is
can you
going
send that code to in chat box? Actually, I'll just check.
What's your name? Like
Yes, I mean this code. Can you send
Pranab
that in chat
Sharma.
box?
Pranab Sharma, you want to check your code?
Yes, sir. Means send that. You have modified some changes, na?
The code is working, sir. For me, the code is working.
Like someone asked me to check your code, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, because in the chat box I have pasted, and in that case, can you check my code, sir? Because it runs successfully.
You are able to run it successfully.
Yes, sir. But what you did lastly, you removed the /n. So in a single line, I have printed it. F dot write, I have written it line plus dot plus /n.
Yeah, that is okay. That is okay. That's what I've done previously also. Now you would have stripped it. You would have stripped it and then like and then you would have added the dot slash it, right? That is okay. That can be done.
Okay, fine. Sir.
So here, since we are using replace, we need to do this.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll move on to PP8. So the scores of class of students in the online.
Sir, can I share the screen, sir? For the bit
Okay.
So I was on the break. Sorry, I was not at the desk for something. So.
Yeah, you can share a screen.
Is it visible now, sir?
No, it's not visible.
1 second. Yeah, now checking.
Yeah, now it's visible. It's still
So just a
not
one-liner.
Yeah, it's loading, I guess. Still not able to see screen. Okay, others
Yeah, I'm just opening.
Yeah, others all PP8.
No, it's not visible. It's got closed automatically. Okay. Let me share the screen. Is it visible now, sir?
No, still no.
Here now, sir?
Yeah, now it's
visible. Yeah. So actually, this is just a one-liner I have done. So this is the file I just gave the FPY1, FPY2, FPY2, and FPY3 will read it again. Let's say you're opening this file, write mode, and then write a single line. Then open another file. I'm naming it because I just wanted to write it to a new file. And then open the first file in the read mode and write it down. And if you look at it here, this whatever you written here will get copied here. So you can use it with the opening. You can use it even within outside or within the, let's say, nested. You can use it both ways. I checked. But I think this will be nested will be much easier.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so
thanks.
basically both the width in the second condition, one is just indented within the other width. So that's not going to be a problem, right?
No, it will not be a problem. It will not be. I thought it was a problem, but it's not a problem.
Okay. Okay. So I guess this is good, right? Because
This one,
that
this
way we
one.
don't have to put a, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Here, the first file python1.txt, which is opened and written into, that you will be opening it, and you want to keep it open while you create another file. So I'm first creating another file for writing into, which is Python 2, and then I have to read it from here and write it into this. On Python 1, I'm going to read and write into Python 2. So I'm opening Python 2 like this text file with some other pointer, and I'm opening this file by just giving the open command with I don't have to close this file separately.
Can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question here?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. In that line where as fpy1 where you wrote, right? And then there is this write command fp1 write. So the file doesn't get closed over there.
No, when you come out of that, it will get closed. You don't have to separately close. We don't have to put it fpy1 dot close. When you come out of this
No,
indented,
I get that. As long as you're using with, it doesn't like there is no need to close it separately. I get that. But what I'm saying is that when you use with open, then as fpy1 and then you write fpy1 write. And then you go on to with open, then you open fpy I guess 3, right?
Yeah, I
so
just
once
gave
you
it to you.
so does it when you go when you're opening fpy3, does it close the previous file? That is what I want to know.
Previous
Means
file
like
means
which is
you are saying this file,
closing
is
or
it?
not automatically, right?
This one
Yeah,
you're talking.
does this get closed? Because I'm
Yes,
trying to kind of get
yes. When you come out of the with itself, it will get automatically closed. You have to open. That's why I'm opening the same file here. Actually, can you see here?
Okay,
with
so
open.
if you have to keep it open like both the files, then we have to keep it like you have written in below, like with open. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. Can I stop sharing?
Yes, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Krishna.
Thank you, sir.
So PP8 done. Here all we are doing is like we just check for the contents in the like each line, right? Whether it valid, like whether this condition holds true or not. If it holds true, we just increment that number, and then at the end we just return the number of students who got improved, right? PP8, have you looked at it?
Sir, I'm not passing all the private cases.
Okay. So those of you who have completed, please raise your hand. It's only 3.5. Okay. Okay, so we'll solve for this problem. So remaining contents are same. I mean, like all we need first we need to read the file. That never changes. Okay. If equals to open of file name, comma, total count, I will say count equals 0 or something. The number of students like who got improved or something. Okay. For line equals to f dot read line. While f not equals to n, line equals to line dot strip dot split based on comma.
Study line number 5.
Sorry. While line not equals to, not here. Yeah, what we need to check. The first is the I mean, the first two elements are name and gender, right? And after that, the last
Header.
three is CT, Python, PDS, right?
Header.
So what I can do is, so this will be kind of like, let's say a dummy entry. So this will be kind of like the first two name. So let's say like Fatima something. Okay, Fatima. After that, since it is gender, it will be female. Then we have something like 70 or something in CT. Okay, 25 in Python. 15 PDSA, right? So this line equals line dot strip of split based on comma. It gives this list now, right? We are not interested in
the line here. Line is a list.
No. Here line is not a list. Since we are splitting it, it becomes a list.
Okay.
We are splitting it based on comma.
It is a string actually, na?
Yeah, it is a string. It is a string.
It's a string. If we are splitting it, then it becomes list.
Yeah, right. So we are not interested in the first two. The first two values, the Fatima and female, we are not interested. Like we are not interested in your name and gender, right? We are only interested in your marks, correct? So what we can do is from 2 to end. So basically, this is the second element, third element. Yeah, sorry, this is third element, fourth element, and fifth element. All right, since it is zero-based indexing, I'm mentioning it as 2. Okay. What I can do is, instead of having it like this, I can just directly do it like this: CT Python, comma, PDSA. I can directly do it like this. Since
it is like packing and unpacking.
Yeah. Since this list contains only 3 elements, actually it contains 5 elements. Since we are slicing it, it becomes 3 elements. Now I'm unpacking it. Like I'm like storing the first value in CT, the second value 25 in Python, the third value 15 PDS. Okay, you can do it like whichever way you want. You can do it like normally also. That is fine. Okay. So now what we need to do?
First line is header. First line is header, sir. First line is header, right? So how to treat that? First line is header.
Question is what?
First line is header basically, na? So how to treat that? In the question, first line is header, right?
The first line is header.
Yes, sir. First line is
Okay. So now then what we do is line equals step dot read line. We'll just do it like line equals step dot read line. Okay. So the first one is redundant, so we do not care about it. Okay. That's why we call it like again.
So is there any alternative to read the line if we specify in the bracket or any other comment?
I didn't get you. Is there an alternative?
For in this case, the first line we are not considering, right? So from second line we are considering. So is there any alternative method what you have just written? No, line equals to f dot read line, then again line equals to f dot read line.
Sir, we also write in line number 4, like header equal to f dot read line in line number 4.
Yeah, that also can be done. We just mentioned.
Sir, can you explain like what header means? I don't know.
Header is nothing but, see, when we have a file now, how do you mention the first row will be like, you just mention what all the contents, right? So basically this header means that first row which just says
okay, got it. Means this is the column name, right?
Yeah, right. So basically the first row contains the column names. Okay. Just like we have a sheet now. In the sheet we have like name, roll number, something like.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a small query. So can you show that? Yes, sir. Here. So I have a query, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, the earlier one is, as we saw, line dot strip dot split. The first thing is this is basically we are doing it for removing the /n at the end of the line. With this one alone, I just have slight doubt here. Strip and split. Strip dot split with comma, right? So what will actually basically do? Line dot strip dot split.
In line number 7, what does it do? You're asking?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Particularly the right hand side. Sir.
Yeah. So initially line will be something like this. Okay, line is equals to.
Okay.
Line is equals to this one. Initially, line will be equal to this one. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Initially, line is equal to this. It will have slash n also.
Yes.
Slash n also. When I apply strip, this for this apply strip, it becomes.
Okay.
This becomes like this. Okay. This becomes like this. The slash n will be removed. Now, if I apply split, if I apply split based on comma, now what happens is it will be split into the list. It is split into the list of this one.
Okay.
Okay. Got it?
Thank you. Got it, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can I ask questions, sir, here?
Yeah.
Sir, in one of the test case, not for this one, so another question, sir. So, like we receive the CSV file. Okay, we reading line by line. Okay, I have used the same concept like while the line, okay, is not equal to the blank null one. Okay, but in CSV file, sir, in the very last line actually, okay, I received like single quotes. Okay, it was in the list because we were splitting, so it was in the list, sir. So, sir, actually, it's not going into this thing. I mean, it's still validating that the particular line and executing the particular, the code behind this thing.
Like in the last line.
Yes, sir.
Like in the last line, you have that you have that empty string.
Like you see, like because it was a split. Okay, so what I was getting is like the square bracket.
When it is empty, you won't split it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What happens is if the string is empty and then if you apply split, it becomes a list. It becomes a list of single element which has an empty string. Okay,
which is not an empty string, you mean to say?
Which is an empty string.
Which is empty string. Yes, sir. That's I understood. So that's a very much valid point. Okay, that's an empty string. I understood actually. So actually, what I have to do, I have to use the length criteria. Okay, for such case, okay, when length is more than 1, so then only I can actually could perform my logic.
Yeah. That is also okay.
Because see, for such cases to identify it, sir, we have to see the entire test case or like whatever data we are getting actually. So like maybe this is the one case. There could be many cases. Okay, we while doing the line read line whatever, we should be careful. Okay, what kind of thing we have to perform.
That's why let's say like you're performing in this particular scenario split, right? Before you perform itself, you should be checking it. After you perform, you cannot check. That's why I'm checking whether that line is empty or not, and after that only I'm performing this operation.
Sir, actually that file contains I think more than 200 or 300 lines actually. So I cannot go one by one, right? So it was a very last case. Okay, last line. Okay, that was causing this issue actually. So for me, so just wanted to bring it to here. So not always line not equal to null works.
What was the problem? Like we'll discuss.
So actually, I'm having the problem in that thing also, but I can show you afterwards whenever you have time, sir.
Yeah. So after this we'll discuss. After discussing.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, so the CT, Python, and PDSA, they are still strings, right? We still need to convert that to integers. So what we can do is we can have CT. Okay. So our condition is if int of CT is if integer of CT is less than int of Python and if this condition holds, then we should increment our count, right? Correct. After that, what do? We have line equals to f dot read line. We read the next line and then like we do the same exact thing. Okay, that's it. And then we need to return the count. So basically, what this does is reads the line, and then it takes the values of CT Python PDSA. It checks for the condition. If that condition is true, then it will increment the count. Okay. If it does not hold true, then we won't do anything. We just read the next line. Okay. Clear?
I have one doubt. Here we can alternate strip and split, right, sir? Means it will not affect.
No, we cannot. The strip method will work only for strings. Okay. You can use line dot split. You can use line dot split, but the thing is you cannot use line dot split dot strip is not able.
Okay. Means after we getting that list, we cannot use that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so can you compare the three at a time?
I think so. Yeah. We can directly do this. Yep, we can do it.
Sir, I just have one doubt. There is a function name called map. In that we can assign that what should be the value of integer, means what is the data type, and in those case means we can do that. Can we do that here? That map function.
Map MAP.
Yeah, MAP.
See the map function and all that, like how to use it and all. We'll be discussing it later. Okay. Let's not try to use it and then like complicate it here. Okay, when we are able to do it like using normal ones, let's not try to use them. Okay, it makes it a lot easier, but not in this particular scenario. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can we do this problem using pandas?
Yes,
we
sir.
can.
It was previously mentioned that it was a CSV file. Then I tried to solve with the pandas, but I am passing only 3 cases.
I also passing only 3 cases, sir.
Yeah, the pandas does not work so well in our Python interpreter. Okay, in the portal it does not work well. Okay, so the pandas numpy does not work well. Okay, I think that could be the reason. Even though your code might be correct, but since partner does not work like properly in our portal, you might not be able to work like all the test cases. Okay.
I think, sir, one question, sir. So just now, this is regarding the code the guy has pasted. Okay, so can we import this panda directories under the function, sir? I mean, import panda under a function, sir. Inside a function, I mean.
Yes, you can.
But sir, how mostly the libraries we import, it should be starting of the function. Any program.
Yeah. That's how you normally write it. But then we can do it in this way also. But this is not the like what do you say ideal way of like doing it. Okay.
So even I do it also, sir, in the function. So what will be the scope of that library, sir? Will it be, can I access that particular library outside that function, sir?
I don't think so. No.
No, I don't think it's because
no, right?
That will be like within the scope itself.
Yeah, that will break the integrity of this particular program. Yeah, that makes sense, sir. Thank you.
Now we'll move to PPA9. Okay. Okay, let's just look at the other 3 questions too. It's like we won't be, since the time is already like 4:12, we won't be able to solve all the remaining 4. We'll just look at it and then I'll give you a gist of like how to solve for that. Okay. The scores of class of students in online degree program is represented as CSV file in the following header. Okay, the same as previous. The name of the file is given by okay. The function name extract line that accepts file name is argument. Right? Within the function, read the file and look for all male students who have scored at least 70 marks in Python. Copy these lines into a new file named python.csv. The entries in this file should be in increasing order of sequence numbers. Also, the first line of python.csv should be a header, which is same as the one in the file name. Okay. This should be doable, right? This is like how we did for the period. Remember, we just look for the lines in the previous file, and then like we added those lines to the later file, right? Here also we do it in the same way, but then we check whether that student is male or not, and then whether he scored greater than 70 or not. Only if he scored greater than or equal 70, and then like if the student is male, then only we will add that line to the python.csv. Otherwise we will not add. Okay, PPN should be doable, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll look at PPN. Write a function in number grid that accepts two integers m and n. In the function, create a file in number grid. Write the first m and positive integers. This is okay. This is like this is kind of like okay, right? This is similar to the creating a matrix m by n, where each element will be like where the elements are nothing but the numbers in the increasing order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, sir.
Right. This is very much easy, right? I won't say like very much easy, but they should be like do. Okay.
Yes.
So look at PPA 11. Scores. The score data set is a list of dictionaries, one of whose entry is given below. Okay. The scores data set is a list of dictionaries. Okay, it's not a file. Write a function named collection to file that accepts the score data set as argument. It accepts this list of dictionaries as argument. Write a function named create a CSV named score.csv with the following header, sequence number. Okay. Each line in the file after the header should have the details of one student. The file should be arranged in increasing order of sequence number. To simplify things, score data set is also sorted in the increasing order of sequence number. Okay. See, here basically all you need to do is you need to you need to take into consideration of like each dictionary, and then you should append that dictionary to the to this course.csv file. Okay, you should add that line for each student. For each student, we should add its details. Like let's say like for this particular student, you should add 0 Devika F Bengaluru mathematics 85 100 79. All these should be separated by comma. Okay, since that is like CSV. Okay, clear?
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
I tried to solve this, but I am getting some different output.
Sir, here it is written we shall be printing a random selection of 5 entries from scores.csv. That is creating the confusion. Like I have tried this.
Yeah, you do not have to worry about this.
But sir, I have tried this and I am getting a very different output.
Yes, sir. Same for me.
Not able to pass the test cases?
Yes, sir. Because
No, sir.
Output sequence number 11.
No private test cases are passed, sir.
Okay. So
yes,
can you share your screen? Okay. So before that, I'll try to solve for this. Okay, and after that we look at yours. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So you need to create a file, right? You need to create a file score.csv. Equals to open off.
Sir, can you zoom it a little bit?
Yeah. In the score.csv is the S capital. Is there capital?
No, sir,
No,
it's
sir.
small.
Small.
No. For the since the first line should be the header, what I'll do is I'll just write f dot write. I'll copy that entire header itself. Okay, and then I'll add I'll add the slash in there for, let's say, like for the student in the course data set. Okay. And then what do we have? So this will be a student value, right? So this dictionary will be there. And then what we should be doing is I will create a temporary value string. Okay. So temp equals to student of name sequence number plus comma plus student of I will change the values there later. Okay, so what should we have? First is sequence number, after that we have name, then gender, then city, then we have mathematics, I'm doing it in the kind of like scratch way. Okay, it's not the ideal way. Plus for and you not even have this line code 13. Okay. So all I'm doing is these values are integers, right? 85, 100, 79, they are like integers. And sequence number is also an integer. So we cannot directly add that. Here student of sequence number is an integer and student of name is a string. So we cannot add this directly. So we need to convert this. We need to convert the sequence number to a string. Similarly, we need to convert the score of mathematics to a string. And we need to convert the okay. We need to connect chemistry marks also to a string. Okay, I hope we are correct. Yes. So now what we need to do? We need to write that dot write off temp, right? That's it. The function should not return anything, right? Yeah, I'm able to pass all the test cases. Okay, yeah, I'm able to pass. So, can one of you share your solution? And then
Sir, can you show your solution so we can take the screenshot, sir? It will help a little later.
Yeah. So all I did was see. My score sheet should have the header now. First I have added the header, and after that, for each student in score sheet, I said, see, the student is a dictionary. The student is a dictionary, right? And then I took the sequence number, I took the name, I took the gender, I took the city and all. And for each of that, I have combined all of those values, and then I have made a bigger string. That bigger string will be the row for me, right? And I have added comma before because between sequence number and student name there should be a comma. Similarly, between name and gender there should be a comma. Between gender and city there should be a comma. Between the city and mathematics course there should be a comma, and so on. Okay, and then I need to add the slash n because that should be the end of the line. Okay, that's why I added slash n. Okay, and I just wrote that temp value, the string value to this file score.csv. Okay, clear what I have done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
So can one of
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you go to PPS feedback of this question?
Okay.
It's simple.
Yes, this the PP element, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. In this, I can't understand line number 13 only. I can't understand why scores dataset -1 indices. Why can't we use? So that's I can't understand, sir.
This one?
Yeah, yes, sir. 13 line number 13.
See, the line number 13, they just remove the extra slash in there. They remove extra for the last line. They should not be for the last line. They should not be slash in, right?
Okay, sir. Okay, and now I understand.
Yeah. So if the student sequence number is the sequence number of the last one, then
yes, sir.
Strip in it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my sir.
Yeah. So one other person has raised his voice. You have any doubt? You can move on to repeat one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So write a function named write pattern that accepts an odd positive integer as argument. In the function, create a file in pattern.csv, thread and cross and matrix view such that it has ones on the diagonals, zeros in all the other places. Now this is okay, right? This is doable. PP8 is doable. It should be doable, right? All we need to make sure is like if it is a diagonal, element, then we should have 1. Otherwise, we should have 0. Okay. PP8 is doable, right? Okay. If you do not have any questions in PP8, then I think we are like very much done with the PPA problems. Yeah, Priyanka Tripathi, your raised hand. You have any questions? Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Can you see, sir, my PPA 9?
Okay, your PPA 9.
I have to.
Do you want to share your screen or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, share. Please share.
Meanwhile, can I ask one question?
Can you see that?
Yeah, I'm able to see this.
Sir, here this line didn't work, sir. But I don't know the error is this. The argument is string not a list. In the line number 11.
Okay. So what is that line? See, that line
This
is a list, right?
Yes, sir.
That line is a list, no? Line number 8. See, line equals line dot strip or split comma split. You're doing right.
Yes, sir. Here I split it. Yes, sir.
Right. So you cannot use it directly right away. So what you can do is in the line number line number 8, instead of line equals line dot strip, what you can do is like list L equals something, list L or something, list L equals line dot strip of split. Can you do that?
Sir, I didn't understand.
You did not understand?
Yes.
In the line number 8, line number 8, instead of assigning line equals line dot strip of split, assign it like list L equals line dot strip of split. Yeah, or you can just have it like L itself. L. Don't have it like list also. L equals to that's it. And then gender comma Python, it won't be a line right now. It will be L. In the line number line, it will be L. Line number 9. Yeah.
Python is should integer, sir.
Right. Now it works. Now it works fine because line is still a string. Okay. Line. Okay.
Sir, Python should be integer type. L of 4 and L of 4.
Yeah. So you should just do that here. Gender comma Python equals to L of 2 and moreover you're not checking for gender, right? Where are you doing it? See, gender equals to gender comma Python equals to L of 2 comma int of L of 4.
Yes, sir. Because L of 2 is of string type and Python should be of integer type.
Yeah. So in the line number 9, line Python equals to L of 2 comma int of L of 2.
Int of L of 2.
In the line number 9. And also you're not checking for gender, right? You should also check for gender.
Yes, sir. I know that about, but I am figuring out the error, so I didn't write it.
Okay. Yeah. You can.
I will write.
Yeah, you can do it now, I guess. Sure.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you can stop sharing.
Sir, can I show you my problem actually what I'm facing right now in one of the GRPA? I'm not asking you any logical assistance.
Harishankar, like, please do not share your screen because that is like GRPA.
So actually, no. I can tell you my problem. I'm not asking you about the logical how to build that thing. Okay. I just want to ask like, okay, I'm getting like in the GRPA 3rd. Okay. So if you know the problem, so like where like we pass that name of the player, country, and the goals. Okay. Then based on that thing, we have to return the count, whatever country we pass on. Okay. So I built the code. Actually, I'm getting one error, so too many values to unpack. Okay.
So that too many values to unpack, what does it say is like? See, when you're using a tuple, like when you're unpacking a tuple or a list, let's say like the list has like 3 elements. Okay, the list has 3 elements, but you are assigning it only to 2 variables. Then it will throw this error. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I understood, sir. I understood that thing. I have compared. I have checked. Like I'm passing only 2 variable because that is expecting 2 variable only actually.
Okay. So you are saying that your list or tuple it has only 2 elements.
Yes, sir.
And then still it is throwing the error.
Yeah,
so
sir.
you should check your code again, Harsh, because it will not throw an error unless it kind of like it encounters that particular scenario. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will not throw the error. Okay. So otherwise, what you can do is you can share your code with me. Okay.
Separately?
Like, yeah, separately. Like what you can do is like you can just mail it to ram@onlinedegree.idm.ac.in. Okay.
So can you please put his email ID in the chat so I can take it?
Or else, wait. Not that mail. We'll use some other mail. Okay, try this. CS1002
CS1002.
@online. I'm mentioning it in the chat box.
Yes, sir. That would be great, sir.
Okay. Mail it to this one. CS1002 @onlinedegree.idm.ac.in.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Okay. Do not have any other questions in end of the session.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Sir, one more last question.
Yeah.
While running the program, I am getting some error that integer object is not iterable. So I'm not understandable that integer object is not iterable. What do you mean by this one?
Okay. So what happens is, let's say like we do it like if it is a list now, if you have a list L, we have it like for num in L, for num in L, or like for element in L, or for I in L we do, right?
Yes, sir.
Because list is iterable. List has an elements, and then like we can use each and every element for iteration. Similarly, string is a list of characters, right?
Yeah.
So string is also iterable, but when you're trying to use, like, let's say like I have a number n equals to 100, if you mention it like for I in n, then it will throw this error.
Okay.
Then it will throw this error, right? Basically what you're trying to iterate over a number, over an integer, which it cannot do, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I will try next time. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Okay, so I'll be leaving the session. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.